player, how does Jason Tatum make your life easier on a day in, day out basis?
I think he makes everyone's life easier. One, because of who he is as a person, the type of character he has. I think as your franchise player has to be the cornerstone of what you do. It starts with his high character, just the way he carries himself, who he is as a dad, or who he is as a teammate, his availability. He's there for every single practice, every single game. Loves being coached and just carries himself the best way. So there's no one like him. He's great.
Chris, back left.
Joe, Chris Mannix, Sports Illustrated. When it's not always easy for a star player to fit into a group of other stars. When Kristaps came here, how quickly did you recognize that he would be able to kind of seamlessly fit into what you guys do?
Right away. I mean, I think just all he cares about is winning. Like, I think he's used the experiences that he's had around the league. He's seen a lot. He's seen it all. He's seen success. He's seen tough times, so he knows what the league is all about. And I think at this point in his career, winning is the most important thing. So, but it's both sides, right? Like he had to do his part to fit in, but we had to do our part as a team and guys that have been here before to also, meet him where he's at because of his ability to play at such a high level. So I think it was just both.
Tim, back left.
Tim Reynolds with the Associated Press. What's the value for you in learning from coaches who aren't in basketball, from studying guys who are successful in other walks of sport life? What is that value for you?
I think it's more like the things that lead to success are the same. You're in locker rooms, and regardless of the sport, or even if you're in like a company, everybody's saying the same thing. The things that go into winning, the things that go into success. Toughness, togetherness, connectivity, the mindset you bring, all the same. It's just a matter of getting the right group of people in the right spots, and then just working to feed that mentality every single day. So it's definitely, you can learn from anything and everything. So try to stay as open-minded as you can.
Standing on the left.
Joe, Zach Cox, Boston Herald. How is Jason today different than the player he was when you first got here?
He's every year he just has the open-mindedness to get better. And so if you have that, you're naturally going to be different. But also, like, from the first time we were there, you've just been through other stuff. We've been through success, we've been through failures, we've won, we've lost, we've had pain, we've had triumph. So, you use the things that you've been through every single year to just make yourself better on and off the court. And that's kind of where we're all at as a team, is just using those goods and bad to use us for where we're at right now.
Up front.
Hey Joe, Shane on Forbes Sports. With Drew defensively, I think a lot of people point out the physical attributes and his capabilities in that regard, but what is he like as a communicator and from the mental side on defense?
Yeah, he can process information, he can process situational basketball, he has an awareness to what's going on the court. So he has an innate ability to just communicate that in real time because of his ability to just kind of take that all in. Who has the ball, who's the matchup, where's the help, what's the spacing, who can you help off of, who can, when can you make a play. So he's just got great instincts, and that allows him to kind of just communicate at all times.
Gary, next question.
Joe, Gary Washburn, Boston Globe. Now that you're so close to the finish of the journey, how are you kind of taking it all in? Are you trying to enjoy this? Are you locked in, focused when you're at home with the kids? Like, how are you kind of digesting hour by hour? Because it's been a long wait. And then before this ultimate kind of cage match that, you're UFA guy, you can relate to that.
Yeah, I would say this is not the end of the journey. The journey is for however long you're alive. So, this is just one piece to that. And regardless of what happens, you gotta wake up the next day and do your job. So the journey will, forever be there. So you're just ready for it. So you do everything within your control to prepare for it, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and then tomorrow you just get after it. And then the game, the environment will tell us what we need to focus on, where we need to get better, what we need to do. But most important thing is just kind of staying even keeled and staying poised. And I think that's something our team's done a good job of throughout the year.
Second row over here on the left.
Hi Joe, Alder Alma from Phil Stardano. You've been here before, you moved 2 years ago, but as an assistant coach. What has changed in your approach now that you're the head coach, and what did you learn from that NBA Finals experience?
Yeah, I had a good seat, had great perspective in that, and I think the biggest thing to learn is like what goes into winning in the NBA Finals is the same as last series before that, regular season, preseason, practice, training camp. It's the details, the execution, it's the ability to take your mindset and your body to the next level. The toughest team will win. the team that makes the most plays will win, and the team that can execute the details at a high level will win. It's no different. That's the biggest thing we took as we were going through that series against the Warriors. The things we kept coming back to, the things that we kept talking about the entire year, the margins, the details, the fundamentals, the way you go about executing at a high level.
Mark, back right.
Coach, Mark Spears, ESPN Tastic. Talk about just what you recall from the two J's and emotion when you guys lost last time, and just what they took from that, and if you see a little, you know, kind of different mentality coming into this finals.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's not the only moment I think that those guys are using to get better. I think the coolest thing about where Jalen has been is just kind of his surrender to anything external, and the most important thing is his growth and development as a person and as a player. That's all he cares about, is getting better. And I think that's been really cool to see. And I think it's the same for Jason. So, you know, you can pick numerous experiences that everybody in our locker room has been through that you need to be able to use for the situation that we're in now. And that will remain the same for the rest of our careers. And I think it's all about just using what you've been through, good, bad, and different, to help you in the present moment. And I think that, you know, guys are doing that.
John, standing in the back.
Joe, John Corrales, Boston Sports Journal. You talk about staying in the moment, doing the same things that go into winning from before. How do you do that now with the brightness of the lights, the bigger stage, and all this extra stuff? How do you stay in the moment? How is that different from the regular season? How do you get the guys to kind of stay in the moment and treat everything the same way?
Yeah, I mean, unless they change the light bulbs in the arenas, they won't be any brighter than they were last series. And it's just sticking to the details and the things that matter, and the truth. The truth of the matter is, if you don't box out, if you don't sprint back in transition, if you don't pass the ball in a 2-on-1, if you don't take away the other team's tendencies, if you don't know who you're guarding, if you don't recognize the spacing, if you don't talk, if you don't play hard, you're not going to win. And it's like focusing on the most simple things and the truth of the matter is you have to do those things. You got to do them at a high level. And, you know, obviously the stakes are higher, but that just means that the details are more important.
Michael, last question, third row in the middle.
Michael Pina, the Ram. Joe, what does Brad Stevens mean to you, and what does he mean to this organization as someone who's just been here for 11 years?
Yeah, I mean, everybody in the organization is a leader in their own way, and everybody sets the temperature when they come in. Brad giving me my start, hiring me, empowering me from day one as an assistant, and giving me some of the opportunities that he has, but also the way he carries himself. Like I've always had a lot of respect for how he went about coaching, how he kept family and his family balance number one, how he treated people number one, and that was always more important than whether there was a success or a failure. And I think he kind of spearheads the leadership and you know, the temperature of the building just as everybody else does.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.